Hi, I'm J. Conrad Levinson. I'm the father of guerrilla marketing, but I want to tell you about J. Conrad Levinson way before I was the father of guerrilla marketing. I was a new employee at an advertising agency. I was a secretary because I didn't have the experience to get a job as a copywriter, but that's okay. I started working my way up, and one day when I was 22 years old, I figured what I want to do at the peak of my ambition. And I figured I'd want a corner office, I'd want a vice presidency, I'd want a fancy salary, I'd want to be working with exciting clients. Now, I did that, and I was 29 years old, and I thought I have achieved my ultimate ambition, except I hadn't factored in my ears. My ears were freezing as I was waiting for a bus in Chicago, and the temperature was 13 below zero Fahrenheit. And I thought, I don't want to live the rest of my life with a corner office and a vice presidency with my ears being this cold. So I asked my boss, I worked for the largest advertising agency in the world at the time, if they could transfer me to a warmer climate. They said, oh no, that's not possible, Jay, because you've got some clients you've been doing a lot of work with, Alberto VO5 and Quaker Oats, and these clients are too locked in with you, so we really can't transfer you. We can give you a raise. But no, I said, it wasn't a raise I was after. It was warmer weather. They couldn't do it, so I decided to take my life in my own hands, leave Chicago, and open some kind of an advertising consultancy in San Francisco. My friends and my wife thought I was nuts to leave a place where I could easily be employed, a place where I'd made a name for myself, a place where I had family, friends, all the good things, but I didn't want to be in that kind of weather for the rest of my life. So I did go to San Francisco, and I did set up my own office in my own house, and I've been working in my own house. By the way, this was in 1971. I've been working in my own house since 1971, and here's what happened. Once I started living in San Francisco, I realized I could ski whenever I wanted. Ski slopes were close, and I was a maniac for skiing. The redwood forests were close by, beautiful tide pools, mountains to be explored, deserts within driving distance. And so I wanted to explore those things. I had the time to do it because I found that although I was able to earn more money on my own in a business that didn't really have quite a name at the time, I found that I was able to accomplish in 3 days what used to take me 5 days. And the reason for this is I was protected from meetings and reading and writing memos and reading memos and having sweet people come into my office just to shoot the breeze. I could easily accomplish in 3 days what used to take me 5 days. And I thought I had to write a book about this because there's nothing special about me. So I wrote a book. I called it Earning Money Without a Job. People say, you the guy who wrote the book about earning money without working? I said, no. You got to work your tail off, but you don't need a structured, standard 9-to-5 job with somebody else telling you what to do, what to wear, and when to be, where they want you to be. This was all before the days of the internet. Because I was working for myself, this idea of earning money without a job started spreading in my soul and in other things that I would write. And eventually, I was invited to teach at the University of California in Berkeley, and that led to me having people in my class who asked me to recommend books for them because they had great ideas. They had Levi's, they had long hair, they didn't have a clue how to market their products. I said I'd find a book for them, but I couldn't, so I made a promise. So I wrote a book for them. I called it Guerrilla Marketing, never realizing that book would take on a life of its own. Now, although the book has sold over 21 million copies, and although it's in over 62 languages, the thing that gives me by far the greatest pride in my life is that I have been working a 3-day week from my home since 1971. And the freedom I have to enjoy with my family, to enjoy on the ski slopes, exploring redwood forests. Heck, my wife and I sold our home in California, bought an RV, and spent 6 years going back and forth across the United States. That freedom that I enjoyed then, I've put into books because there really are ways to do what I've done. As I say, there's nothing special about me, but there's something very special about living the kind of life that I've been leading. And that's why I'm coming to tell you how to do that, to use guerrilla marketing to get your dreams and make them come true, to give wings to those dreams, as I've managed to do.